Okay. Still setting stuff up. Let's get things rolling. Okay. All right. Think is running well on my end. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Yo, it is Yuzora. I'm back at it with more. Okay, I feel like that intro is getting dumber and dumber the more I say it. Anyway, hello everyone. It's me, Yuzora, and we're back to streaming more of the 428 or 428 Shibuya Scramble. We left off last night. We got shot and killed, and left with a bad end. Now, if I remember correctly, the hint last said we're gonna need to go back to Achi's story, and we're gonna have to get him to talk to a certain the Tomi girl for at 10:35. And so let's see what that will do. Hopefully, give Kano the demise. There we go. Once again, let me know if the volume is all good, or if my voice is too loud and you can't hear the game, or if the game is too loud and you can barely hear me. Just let me know and I'll adjust it as fast as I can. Right, Achi, let's get going. Here, we can speed up. Okay, so right here, there's the bad end, and here we go. We jump to the man in the suit, young man in the suit. Whoa! Nearby homeless man suddenly leaped over Achi, broke into a run, as if he'd been waiting for this very moment. Something along him was a young man in a suit. And, seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guys burst into motion. First one. Another. Fifth. Over a dozen now. The heck? At least something big was going down. Yeah, after the Tashi case? In moments, Achi lost sight of them all. Crowd. That many people chasing him. The guy with the case was sure to get caught. What about the girl? Turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction that the man who'd taken the case had gone. Feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. Or a crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. They had to intervene. Option A. Couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. He should talk to her and ask what was going on. Second. as he was making up his mind. Middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly toward over to her first. There's something wrong with this one, with one of his. He was using a cane to walk, and one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Art scarcely believed his eyes. Oh. Revolver? Revolver? Revolver. Colt Detective Special. A 38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927 by Colt's Manufacturing Company. Classic example of a snub-nosed revolver. The name implies the weapon is frequently carried by detectives, narcotics officers, and the like for self-defense. Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished into the scramble. Big was going down. What is all this? The man was closing in on the girl, his expression. Oh, good. Turning into motion. Holy shit! Yeah! High, Achi delivered a flying kick right between the man's shoulder blades. You only see scenes like I thought you could only see scenes like this on like anime and like dramas. I went down but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back onto his feet, grapple with Achi. Wait, is this Kano? Yeah, because he took off the. I think this is Kano without his disguise. What the hell is your problem? What is your problem, man? Achi snapped. Two stood staring at each other, down as the crowd swirled around them. Let go of me! You let go of me first! You let me go, sure. You first, pal. Why'd you call me pal, man? I'm gonna call me man, buddy. Whatever. Interrupted. I gotta speak a little quiet. Call me man, pal. I can't believe it actually played out like that. Neither man was willing to yield. Crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passersby were staring from all sides. Well, crap. He got a sudden sinking feeling. What the hell am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Achi's jacket. Looking quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The who had been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Oh shit! Mess up. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting. I was clearly upset that she was missing. Achi actually kind of felt bad for him. He decided it'd be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. He hurried back along the road to his house. Wind had gone out of his sails. He didn't feel like cleaning up trash anymore. Ah, well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Like, go to bed? It's like... Wait, it can't be. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's safe before the day got any worse. This was a bad end? Are you, ugh, you bozos. Okay. And Achi's interference with the young man, it was Kano. Okay, it was Kano. Disrupted the detective's sting. If Achi hadn't acted on impulse when he saw Kano heading for Hitomi, things might have gone differently. But how can you make sure Kano doesn't return Scramble and startle at Achi? He lies further along Kano's story. Wait, but Kano leaves to chase the guy. Okay, but then we get Achi to interfere, and then now we gotta get Kano to go back to my feet. He doesn't come back. Oh. Okay, I think I understand. So, last time, there was an option to continue to pursue the chasers or turn back. So I guess we have to make Kano continue to chase the person, and then Achi will go and approach, and then these two will prevent each other from interacting with each other. I think that might be the case. So. All or not? Okay. I think this is the point we need to make the decision to. Was the right call here? Should he take this guy down, or back off after all? Alright, this is the option we did the first time. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He has to catch this guy ASAP. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. You have to catch this guy ASAP. Man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. Man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew this way around Shibuya pretty well. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. At first, they appeared to be a young couple. And looking more closely, he realized that the girl was Hitomi. Oh, okay, cool. So now that seemed to work out. Takuze, I've located Hitomi Osawa. People took off running. The rough-looking guy dragged Hitomi by the hand. She's with a man in his 20s. Looks like she was being led away against her will. Oh. So, was that call before not actually another person kidnapping her, but it was Achi intervening? I see. Okay, I guess maybe that is what happened. So this was the right way to play it to begin with. Oh, so it was right. It was the other one that seemed like it was the correct way was in fact the wrong. Okay. Please? Kuzi demanded. What's going on? Not sure. Are you a member of some criminal group? Looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Hitomi. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there. The young man glanced back at Kano. Rather than stopping, he picked up speed. He to drag Hitomi along with him. He didn't even seem quite able to keep up. He knew he could catch them. He closed the distance in a sprint. For a distance, the young man stopped, realizing he couldn't outrun his pursuer. Shielding Hitomi behind him, he glowered at Kano. Why did you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us. Didn't lie. People just don't bolt like that without good reason. Young Tough started edging away, leaving Hitomi behind him. Kano followed. Girl, go. He glanced back at Hitomi. She shook her head fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut? You got this, Kano. Just don't let them out of your sight. Gah! One blow at the top of his head left him staggering. His eyes spun as he reeled with vertigo. Tapping sound, a vague black shape wheeled above him. Was that Crow? That's his book. Did someone push him off the bridge? It was the last thing Kano saw before his vision went dark. What? Hey. A crow? In the midst of chasing a man who snatched the Tashi case, Kano happened across Hitomi and Achi. While confronting them, he suffered a blow to the head and was knocked out cold. Achi only came this way because he thought it was the quickest way to escape Hitomi. If he'd gone for the police box instead, things might have been gone differently. The key is what Achi does at 10:35. Okay. I think I understand. Jeez, man. Okay. I know can't catch a break, it seems. Uh, 10:35. Just 10:35 to 10:40. Okay. What's the deal? I assumed because I sent him back to the path where he needs to go. I turned around, the girl was still there. She was staring in the direction the man who had taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. He should talk to her and ask what was going on. Maybe fast forward. Oh, okay. Kano came back and intervened the point. The guy disappeared. We can't let this guy disappear just yet. Revolver. Oh. With a single fluid motion, the man lifted up the gun and pointed it in the girl's direction, aiming right for her head. Huh? The girl had noticed the man with a cane just now. The gun pointed right at her. She froze in fear. Hesitate. Breaking to a full run, he tackled the gunman with all his might. Caught off guard, the man sprawled to the pavement. Hey, Achi, let's go. But the would-be assassin kept hold of his weapon and quickly scrambled back to his feet. She knew he had to act fast. Grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. This way, he shouted. She just stared at him, uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. Come on, run! Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. Police box, let's go. Let's just get out of here. Okay, we need to go to the police box so Kano doesn't get killed. Police box, let's go. Still pulling the girl by the head, she headed for the police box outside of the train. It was empty. There were always policemen staffing these things. Why does it have to be unmanned now? He flashed a worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Good. There was nothing they could do but run. A frightened girl in tow, Achi ran beneath the JR Yamanote line. Oh wait, overpass. Hey, the Yamanote line! This is a common subway line that I ended up taking a lot, traveling throughout Tokyo. Yamanote line, a railway loop line that services the Tokyo metropolis. Typically, the morning rush is quite intense, with the stretch from Ueno Station to Hachimachi Station, sometimes crowded as high as 216 capacity, roughly 300 people riding in a space designed for 143 passengers, related to the Yamate line, the city of Kobe. I have not been to Kobe. I don't think I've been to Kobe. I was confusing Kobe and Kyoto for a second. So yeah. Anyway. Subway stations in Japan are really cool. I just gotta say that. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. First, I passed a convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Achi tossed over. Okay. Poor guy. Just imagine just doing your work and then some guy with the girl running by and he just tosses you a trash bag. Hey son, how's it going? Wait, oh. Wow. This way. He slipped through the crowd and into a nearby black alley. But this way's a dead end, the girl said. He said, just trust me. You just woke up and now you're seeing Achi gaming. Achi is definitely a cool guy. I would say that. Wait, okay, you probably weren't here to see it, but the scene where Achi and Kano just grabbed each other's collar is so funny. Abruptly, Achi kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between the two buildings, clearing a space that a person couldn't fit through. See, you can get away from here now. Get away through here. In you go. Joe just stood there, looking terrified. What's the matter? Achi asked. Come on, we gotta hurry. But She looked at him as if She looked at him as if he, too, was about to pull a gun on her. Will you blame her? After all, excuse me, he was just some random guy who turned up out of nowhere. No time for dawdling. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alleyway. They just stood there. He was going to catch them. Hear me out, he said in a rush. Name's Achi Endo. Live in the neighborhood, and I'm not the kind to stand idly when a girl is being chased by some killer. Please, just trust me, and I'll do my best to keep you safe. He hoped the look in his eyes would convince her. Painfully long moment, the girl nodded her acceptance. Phew. Right, let's just start with this. A pause beside the enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Achi knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading through the pursuer's path. Why does that guy look... Am I supposed to think that the guy looks familiar? No, that was a close call. The man with the cane was floundering, struggling to get past the fallen crates. My bad, man. Achi called out. Mind cleaning that up for me? And scowled back at them and fumbled for his gun. Flashed him a wave goodbye and slipped away between the buildings with the girl. Hey, let's go. We managed to escape. Hurrying down a narrow alley, they emerged onto a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he would probably lie in wait on the path back to the main road. For real, it's like reminds me of actually, well, I don't know if this applies, but like those, you know, those Pokemon roadblocks where it's like something within like a certain amount box space that looks like you can walk around it, which you can't. It says your path is blocked, you must find another way. And then again, he has a cane, so it probably isn't the most agile. He decided their best bet was to try and stay inconspicuous rather than risk getting caught on the move. It's like impossible. Oh, good old Sinnoh. Guess we can lie low here for a bit, he said. Led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. She flicked the switch inside the front door, and a chintzy handler glowed to life. He sat the girl down on the small sofa beside the counter. Whoa. She gave him a worried look. The pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not gonna try any funny business. Someone I know used to run this place. It's not in business anymore, but I figured you're safe here. Bill chuckled at his evident discomfort. Alright then, she said. Oh, we good? We're good. Well, good. He made a vague attempt to straighten his disheveled clothes. Introductions. I'm Achi Endo. Like I said earlier. You can just call me Achi. I'm Hitomi Osawa. You can call me Hitomi, I guess. Each new word out of Hitomi's mouth, Achi felt his heart sing. She was charming, personable. Just about everything about her was captivating. I had never met another girl like her. Achi? What? Doesn't matter. Just hang out there for a bit. His head. Damn it, this is no time to get all starry-eyed. He needs to think a way to keep her safe from me. Can you tell me what the heck is going on? Please, I need to know if I'm gonna help you. Right, okay. I'm not really sure where to begin. Hitomi looked down, lost in thought. Hers was a long story. Right, she said at last. Things from as they happen. Wait, hold on. Keep it as simple as you can. I mean, I'm not the sharpest tool in this shed. Not really the sharpest tool in this shed. Okay, the explanations ain't exactly my strong suit. Okay, he told me chuckling. Try my best. She got comfortable and then started with the story with her. Oh, last night, somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded that I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange. So I did. And this man... Whoa, I didn't get to finish that. Whoa, I'm sorry, hold up a second. I suddenly lost thread of the conversation. Times like this, you can... What the... Game. Times like this, you can press up to go back and reread what you've already seen. Also press down to quickly scroll back through the sections that already read. A mark will appear at the upper left corner of the screen while your page back and forward like this. You can press the space to reread the marked page. Back? Oh, I can. Okay. He told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko. This is a tutorial for the backlog. That's funny. Told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko at Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make this exchange. So I did. This man came by and took the attaché case with the money. And then afterwards, the other guy with the cane turned up and pointed his gun at me and... Back. Could you say that again, but like, simpler? Huh? Sure. I'm just having trouble following it. What is his face? mean, is this the plot of some movie or soap opera or a visual novel? Nah, it can't be. No, that's not. Or some kind of hidden camera show? Real. This really happened. Hitomi's eyes was dead serious. You and you got. Oh. Oh no, you son of a. I just got what you said, bastard. Don't remind me, okay? I'm still mad. So salty, okay? For those who don't know, we're talking about an Arknights operator. One that I wanted, that, Sun, my mod here, and another mod, Legal, they got, just like, randomly. Then here I am struggling, just waiting for her to appear in the shop because I hadn't got any luck with the books. Okay, besides that, the look in Hitomi's eyes was dead serious. She got to be telling the truth. What would be the point of lying? And he had seen the attaché case and the gunman himself. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind me asking? Hitomi hesitated. 1,000,000 yen, she said after a moment. Gave a whistle of amazement. Just told me that's what a typical amount for a kidnapper to have. That's for sure. Good money and that sort of thing. As soon as the words were out, he realized his blunder. Yeah, I don't know what you were trying to say there, man. Ah, sorry. I shouldn't have put it that way. He fidgeted awkwardly, and Hitomi looked away. I'm an idiot, but okay, I can get this kidnapping. I'm guessing those guys who chased the guy who took the ransom was. He replayed the scene in his head. Then, Pepper took the attaché case and ran, right? So if you were empty-handed, why did that guy with the cane come after you? Honestly, not sure. Just Tommy's words trailed off. Really difficult for her to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get you to the police as soon as we. No, you can't do that. Tommy's tone was resolute. You can't take this to the police. He waited for an answer. A little suspicious. I initially thought that the killer was a part of the police, and that's why she even hesitated to go to Kano, because she connected the dots that the police was behind something. Like, there's some member of the police was behind something. But I guess that's not the case. I guess she's involved with something else as well. Long, awkward silence. She stood up from her seat. Really appreciate the help. Give Achi a deep bow. Nuh-uh, hold on. What do you mean, go? Go where? He hurried to intervene as she headed for the door. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. Figure out the rest on my own, somehow. Hey, I said hold on. Tomi ignored him and opened the door, and their argument came to an abrupt halt. Oh, what the fudge? Standing there was a man with the cane, his revolver in his hand. Uh-oh. We continued. Nice Ace Attorney reference there. Hachi Endo's 10 o'clock story ends here. However, Shinya Kano still has more to do. Along further in Kano's story. Interesting. Okay, so this isn't the same as a keep out, I'm assuming. Hey, other routes, nerd. Okay. Okay, I get it. They're 13 Sentinels me. Speaking of 13 Sentinels, I still need to play. I need to actually finish through that story. Alright, let's hop back to Kano. Killing the foreigner. And darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. Man sprinted through the side streets. Apparently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. And shot out onto a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Yeah, basically, you successfully brought the character safely to the end of their power block and are waiting for the other protagonists to finish the block. Okay, I wouldn't say safely because that ended with him with a gun to his face. I wouldn't say safely, but that sure is an end. That's where the heck is this guy heading? Basically prevents you from turbo playing one route as the game is divided in chapters of hour blocks in this. I see. Okay. That's good to know. So each story should have a 1 hour and then you need to move on to the next one. I think it's gonna, in this block, maybe it's gonna introduce another, or in this storyline, it's gonna introduce another protagonist, because I don't think Achi and Endo are gonna be two. Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious, Ano stopped as well. What the fuck is this face? Holy shit! That's con. Whoa. White man jump scare. Holy shit. Height roughly 190 centimeters. Age 30s. Hair dark brown. Clothing all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer. That's a sneer, alright. And then he held up the Itachi case. Before Kano could even yell stop, it was already too late. Man threw the Itachi case down to the roadway below. No! Case of a man who doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom. I hate to say this, but he kind of does remind me of a guy I knew in high school that wouldn't. So I hate how accurate you're being right now. Or well, I don't want to say that's accurate because it's just one guy, but panicking, Kano peered over the railing. The man on the motorcycle was waiting underneath the bridge. Mad. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it. Kano sprinted down the bridge. Hearing the bike's engine roar to life, he had to make it in time. The stairways, 4 at a time, he leapt towards the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach. And the roaring away in the direction of Yoyogi, leaving Kano in its dust. Truly white man jump scare. Looking back up at the overpass, he saw the man who thrown the Itachi case running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading to Yoyogi. His report to Kuze complete. Kano slumped down in dismay. Cops had played right into the criminal's hands. Crooks were getting away, and people's lives were in danger. Is there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance, where the man who had thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. Oh! We continue. Interesting. Okay, so both. Not exactly a good one. Finished reading both character stories for the hour. 10 o'clock. In 428, you or 428, you'll make your way through all the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Okay, interesting. Oh, what the heck? Not the pleasantries. Sir, this is a waste of time. This is not the face again. I've got work for you. It's like totally bogus. What makes any of this my crimes? Whoa, that's an intro. The game does a really good job of making you think, wait, did I fuck up? Yeah, I've been really getting that with like with the how yesterday's stream and it was and how this stream was. Here you go. Oh, you saw somebody you. Oh, what the heck? This is the end of the tutorial for this part of the story. You can reread previous tutorial messages via the main menu. There is a lot of important information, so reread it closely. Now, 428 has reached the 11 o'clock time block. You have 5 protagonists available. Which story will you read first? Norikawa. Want me to do Minorikawa's first then? I'm kind of curious about this dude. Like, what the hell? Okay, you know what, Sin, just for you. I'm gonna do Minorikawa's. Alright, Norikawa, let's go. What the hell? Why are you sticking your finger so close to my face? The Super Cub 90 raced down Route 246 towards Shibuya. A motorcycle produced by Honda with an 85cc engine displacement. Common sight around town, often used by newspaper and postal delivery workers. Many owners are big enthusiasts, sometimes even swapping out parts such as the handlebars or mufflers and giving the body a repaint, resulting in fashionable bikes that don't even look like Super Cubs at the first place. On 246 towards Shibuya. Is that goof? Why is it? Okay. Speedometer remained at a steady 60 kilomiles per hour. Shit, what is that in miles per hour? Was it that 1 mile is 2,180? No. It is. Shoot, I don't remember the conversion. That's something I'll have to remind myself later. But just going off how this thing is shaking around, I think it's going pretty fast. Hitting the gas harder was no use. This was as fast as the bike. Okay, never mind. This was. No one does it like he does. What the hell? Minoru Minorikawa shouted as he sped along. Damn it! I am not letting you die. Huh? He jerked the handlebars and blew past the truck on the inside. The driver scowled at him as he shot by. You maniac! Are you trying to get yourself killed? That's the opposite, Minorikawa shouted back. I'm saving lives. What the heck? The stoplight ahead turned red, cutting him off at the intersection. Oh, come on! He's not gonna run a red light, is he? He had no choice but to slam on the brakes. But his agitation boiled over as he waited for the signal to change over again. Okay, good. How long is this gonna stay red? Hurry up already! He brought the bike right up to the very edge of the line, keeping the engine revved like a dragster ready to peel out. On time is not in my dictionary. Turned red. And Minarakawa's own light turned green at the blast. He hit the accelerator as hard as he could. His engine died with a sputter. No! He's moving 35 miles per hour. No shot. That's tough. That's so slow. Huh? Oh, come on! What the hell? Car horns blared angrily behind him. In a fury, he pulled his bike over to the side of the road. No matter what he did, the engine refused to turn over. Was the problem with the spark plug? Or maybe the battery? Whatever it was, he didn't have the time to figure it out now. With tears in his eyes, he left the bike. Companion, 10 years, abandoned other. No, what do you mean he just left it like that? He left it on the sidewalk? He was about to break into a run when he saw a taxi dead ahead, letting out a passenger. He hurried to hop into the cab. Let's head for Shibuya Station. I'll let you know exactly where once we get closer. He just ran into the cab like this? This can't be illegal. Taxi driver nodded coolly. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he's cool with it. Of course, sir. 10 minutes. Is he pointing like that? Huh? Need to get there in 10 minutes. The driver grimaced. Getting there in 10 minutes is a bit. 15 then. Sir, that's still. Look, that's all the time I can afford. Assuming traffic conditions cooperate, sir, then maybe. I can't make any promises. Norikawa looked at the driver's ID photo above the fare meter. His name was Hachiro Kimizuka. He's pointing at us. Help. He was a middle-aged fellow, looked a little rough around the edges. Mr. Kimizuka, I chose you for this. You can do it. Chose me? Sir, I'm pretty certain we met by chance. Okay, sure. I suppose you could phrase it like that. Like that way. Anyhow, can we get going? Right. Kimizuka said with a faint sigh. I'll see what I can do. The taxi pulled away at a decent clip. Holy shit. Norikawa's frantic journey has started 20 minutes earlier. He had been at home, working on an interview piece. He clucked his tongue in annoyance as a ringing phone broke through his train of thought. Did someone always call right when the words were flowing? So he's a writer of some sorts. He didn't keep getting interrupted. He probably could have wrapped this piece up in no time, like a news reporter. Be quiet! He pointed at the telephone as he yelled. Writing here. His shouting did nothing to silence the ringing. He didn't have much choice but to pick up. Norikawa speaking. No response. Hello? Hesitated, ready to hang up. Was this a prank call? Toyama. It was Teru Toyama, the president of Haven Publishing. So publishing company that puts out both hard-hitting non-fiction books, tabloid-styled scandal rags, The Invincible Journalist, headed by company president Toyama himself. Candidate for the Japan Non-Fiction Prize. A news reporter of some kind. Go file? Oh, what do you want? This is about work. I'm already booked pretty full. Jesus Christ, I just saw his desk. Holy. I worked from Haven's Publishing on several occasions, but the pay was hardly competitive. He'd been turning them down a lot, but he hadn't heard from Toyama in a while. No, this isn't work-related. What do you want? I'm kind of pressed for time here. Working on some copy. Norikawa was in no mood to beat around the bush. It seemed like every conversation he had with Toyama went like this. Ah, busy. That's good. He's good when you're free. Found it unusually sympathetic. Found it off-putting. I heard sales have been pretty good on you. Been good on your end, he said cautiously. Once 4-star General Gossip. General Gossip was a monthly magazine, Evan's publishing flagship publication. 4-star General Gossip. Let's get some water. Magazine focusing on the private lives of celebrities. Most of the articles found in its pages are random nonsense. One out of every 100 or so contains an actual major scoop, making it a difficult outlet to ignore. All circulation, and for the most part, flew under the radar. But once in a while, they land some big scoop, and it sells like crazy. This edition had come with a free scratch card, a gimmick that had moved 100,000 copies with ease. Five winning symbols in a row wins 100,000 yen, was it? A deep, moist sound came through the receiver. I felt Minarikawa listened closely. You had a heart attack? I like sobbing. I guess not. Mr. Toyama, are you? You cry. There's another soft sob. Then yet another. What's going on? Where are you? Noriko asked. The office. Not another mewling whimper. But what's the matter? Nothing. Well, it's got to be something. Yama gave no reply. Mr. Are you still there? Sorry. What is it? What happened? Look, it doesn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? Yama squeaked out a drawn out one. Okay, I'm sick of this. I'm hanging up now. Yorakawa was about to break the connection when he heard Toyama murmur. The only thing I can do now is... Actually lurched to a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Whoa, what the hell? Norikawa pitched forward, his face smacking against the back of the seat in front of him. Mizuka struck his head out at the window. Careful, buddy, he shouted at someone in the street ahead. You're gonna get yourself killed. Oh! Norikawa blinked stars from his eyes and then saw a man moving alongside the cab. The guy grabbed onto the handle back of the door. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. Wait. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. No way, Norikawa snapped. Who did this guy think he was? Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this might sound, but please. This is really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life or death. Please. I did look pretty desperate. Hey, this is the image that you send me all the time, son. Isn't it? Look, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with something urgent here, too. Let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. Was persistent. Maybe he was telling the truth. Minorikawa had a problem of his own. Sorry, buddy. It's a life or death on my end, too. And I gotta look after me and mine. Right. So sorry to trouble you. Finally, the guy gave up and shuffled away. It had been, guess it couldn't have been that much of a life-ending crisis after all. Norikawa checked his wristwatch. Damn it! That just cost us 5 minutes. Why would I have a bunch of Norikawa edits? I don't know, son. Why would you? Try to make up for it, sir. The driver called back. Taxi burst into motion, the engine quickly revving up to speed. What was that motion? Once inside the building, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven's Publishing rented out 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Toyama would have been at the editing department of 4-star General Gossip on the 4th floor. He got there, however the door was locked. Mr. Toyama! Hey, Mr. Toyama! He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Norikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa! He stepped into the office filled him with horror. Oh god. Oh no. Norikawa clutched the side of his head. I'm too late. Oh. If only I'd gotten here sooner. A little sooner. Okay, so this is a bad end. Okay. No, that's messed up, man. So you can't say that. Not the Danganronpa body discovery minute. Norikawa rushed to Heaven's Publishing as fast as he didn't get there in time to save Toyama, and I had to say, it was really all Kano's fault. Why does Kano want a taxi so badly? It's 11:10 timestamp, and the situation might become clear. Alright, heading back to Kano. I'm actually kind of sad after that. Alright, Kano, let's set things right. He wandered through the back alleys. Kano gritted his teeth. Going after the guy on the bike had been a bad judgment. By the time he got back up onto the pedestrian overpass, the man who'd thrown the attaché case was almost out of sight. He prided himself on being fleet of foot, but he knew even he would never catch up to the guy before he disappeared. He followed the culprit as far as the alleyways, but he lost him completely. All he could do now was hope for his colleagues caught up the man motorbike. Jose's voice crackled through the earpiece. Mobile Command Center, calling all units. The suspect on the motorcycle has handed off the case to an accomplice and Miyashita Park, another foreigner. For real? Kano muttered. One thing immediately struck him as strange. Why hand off the case off to someone else at all? Why not just escape on the bike? The man with the motorcycle dumped the bike. Retrieved the bike and on the plate. And we determined it was a stolen vehicle. The advanced police communication system is carefully maintained. The digital wireless systems in patrol cars, officers were able to directly access them, allowing them to quickly check to see if an individual is on the wanted list or if a vehicle has been stolen. We still don't have enough details to positively ID the suspect. The suspect, now carrying the attaché case, is headed through Dongenzaka. Also, Dongenzaka, huh? Not too far from where Kano was now. It looks like we're dealing with a foreign crime syndicate that's familiar with Shibuya. All units, head to Dogenzaka. Do not, I repeat, do not attempt to apprehend the suspect. See where he goes. Kano nodded to himself, without knowing more of the crook's MO. Modus operandus. This guy go for now was probably the only right call. I'm surprised this doesn't have a definition tag. I just want you all to know one last thing. This is to grow more solemn. Whatever happens, I know I can count on each and every one of you. Burned out. I had an unsettling feeling that the message had been meant for him. Or never. The appearance of the syndicate and its bizarre actions were rapidly moving things beyond the jurisdiction of both the PD and local. In his resolve, Kano headed for Dogenzaka. Kano pulled his cell phone out of his pocket. It was Rumi calling. She knew full well he wasn't supposed to take private calls when he. Maybe it was an emergency? He decided to pick up. Me? Sorry. Are you in the middle of something right now? Kind of. Is this an emergency? Well, yeah. I'm in Shibuya right now, and... Shibuya? Why did she have to be in Shibuya now over time? Well, father came down from Nagano all of a sudden. What? Rumi's father, Shizuo, had been staunchly opposed to the two of them getting married. Ah, this is one of the obstacles. I see. Kano had visited his home many times, but the man had never even deigned to meet him. Yeah. He told me he wants to meet with you. What? Now? What is his face? Oh. Kano blurted the words out with more alarm than he intended. I told you that we were busy working. I told him you were busy working, but he said he'd wait. This is such a funny. This can't be happening, Kano whimpered to himself. I'm sorry, I know he can be demanding. That's not the issue. Offering to wait made it harder for him to refuse. Alright, Kano said. I'll have to call you back later. No, don't tell me he needed the cab so he can... Oh. I really am sorry. I'll be at the cafe called Lautrec. It's by the train station. Rumi hung up. For one moment, Kano stood in a daze, staring at him. Keeping up with the case was stressful enough. As he stumbled into motion, even as he scoured Dogenzaka for any sign, he remained fixed on the meeting with Rumi's dad. There's no way of knowing he'd be done with the case today. Could he really pass up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get her father's approval for marriage? A lifetime. Odds are that this will not be the only once-in-a-lifetime experience winds up having. What kind of ominous tip is this? Maybe he could slip away for just a bit. Plenty of detectives still tailing the suspect. Taking 15 minutes or so to meet with Shizuo wouldn't be such a big deal, would it? Oh god. Oh, which one gets him into the cab? Which one gets him into work? Big chance. I should go and meet with Rumi and Shizuo while I can. No, right now I have a job to focus on. So, okay, I have a feeling with this game and how things are going right now, he's gonna say this is the life, A is the life and death situation. Would it be, no, right now I got a job to focus on. I think this is the right option. No, right now I got a job to focus on. He shook his head to clear out the foolish impulses. What has he been thinking? A girl's life was on the line. Marrying Rumi was more important to him than anything. Now wasn't the time. Okay, maybe not. Now that he thought about it, running out on a critical investigation to meet with the old man probably wasn't going to score him any point. Rumi's dad didn't strike him as someone who approved of shirking one's responsibilities. I would just have to wrap up this kidnapping a little ahead of schedule. He could have a proper sit down with Shizuo. Oh, I think I made the wrong choice. As he considered his plan, he caught sight of the man with the attaché case walking by. Oh, wait. Further up along Dongenzaka, in the direction the perp was heading, was where Yamate Dori joined Route 246. Maybe the guy was planning to meet up with the getaway car? No, wait, hold on. What was the case? Why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Started killing the man. In his brain all the while, the suspect turned down a narrow side road. He wasn't heading toward Yamate Dori or Route 246 at all. Back towards Shibuya Station. What in the world is going on? He was starting to feel like the crooks were just messing with the investigation team. Connor radioed Kuze on the wireless. Police's wireless system is digital. In order to make transmissions more difficult to interrupt or intercept, there are several different channels available, including the basic local channel, a common channel for contacting other nearby patrol cars, channels assigned for specific precincts, action update channels for riot squads, and so on. There's a separate channel specifically for kidnapping cases, not on the standard wavelength. Oh, interesting. I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. That's not your call to make. Keep watching him. Sir, this is a waste of time. The girl might be in danger if... One of his arguments was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to yet another foreigner. How many times were these criminals going to pull this trick? The detectives broke into two groups to follow both of them. Kano followed the man with the attaché case, who eventually led him back to the area around Shibuya Station. Rumi and Shizuo should be waiting at the nearby cafe right now. I tried to remember the name. It was called La Trek. Oh, yeah, La Trek. Name of the cafe where college student Ryoko Kakinuma works H's. Named after 19th century French painter Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. He did numerous works, including many posters, book illustrations, and book covers, which are highly regarded in the art world. Maybe it's Lautrec, not Lautrec. He kept his eye out for a place by the name as he tailed the target. Before long, he did spot the cafe. A large plate glass window offered a view of the cozy interior. The sign in the front read Lautrec. This was the police. The man with the case was at the intersection waiting for the light to change. I took the opportunity to peer inside. He's wearing glasses. Okay. I thought of something real quick. I have to see it was wrong. He spotted Rumi right away. She was facing away from him. The man seated across from her must be her. I realized he'd never seen a picture of him. Not even changed. I'm waiting to see one specific thing. If then my brain's gonna blow with the conspiracy theory. Shizuo, who organic produced in the Nagano nowadays. 2 years ago, he had been a detective within the investigation division. Investigation Division, Investigative Division responsible for handling crimes such as murder, kidnapping, and arson that take place within the Tokyo metropolis. Truly exceptional officers are assigned to this division. They are regularly dispatched to various regional task forces to aid investigations, where their talents and experience often critical. The position of section chief is traditionally given out to dedicated personnel well versed with crime scenes and organizational administration. Rumi looked up to her father for his distinguished police. He spoke quite highly of him. I had figured out that if he became a policeman, Rumi might appreciate that. It was a simple impulse that had led him. That's your motivation? I mean, he also had figured that public servants could stay afloat even in times of recession, and that his physical training would serve him well. Okay, that's a little bit better thought process. Once he was a policeman, he thought he could approach Shizuo with his head held, ask him for his blessing and marry his daughter. After Rumi graduated from university, Shizuo had up and retired from police work. Even Rumi didn't know why he made it. Shizuo had traveled to Nagano many times to ask Shizuo for to marry her, but the only response he ever got was, "I'm not giving away my daughter." She had never even gotten past the intercom before her father turned him away. Years on, the force had nearly made Kano lose sight of what had driven him to become a policeman in the first place. Now, the chance to meet Shizuo face to face has finally come. He peered intently into the cafe. Across from Rumi sat an older man with a grim expression. Who's this hard-faced fellow? Not to rattle Kano, but this guy looks scary. Could this really be his sweet little Rumi's father? Dang, that's crazy. The prospect of meeting with him later filled Kano with sudden dread. He went into the JR Shibuya station and stood before. It looked like he was planning on boarding a train. From a popular movie about a kidnapping sprang into Kano's mind. The background noise that's happening in this scene sounds like a fire alarm going off, so I'm like thinking it's like a fire alarm going off. Where the crook had made off with. Hey, have fun, son. Where the crook had made off with the ransom money after it was out the window. Man. What if this man managed to get outside the dragnet and pull a stunt like that? Looks like the suspect is going to board a train, uninformed Kuze over the careless. Make sure you stay on his tail. Kuze still wanted to string the perp along for a bit. We've got the lizards ready to pursue. Lizards. Japanese police lingo for motorcycle squads deployed to pursue suspects in urban settings. Lizards. Interesting. We'll reestablish our dragnet around whatever station he gets off at. The man purchased a ticket from the machine and passed through the gate. There was no way to tell what station he bought there. It looked like he was heading clockwise along the Yamanote line. He used his prepaid card and made his way through the ticket gate as well. Oh, this is nostalgic for me. An announcement chime signaled the imminent arrival of a train up on the platform. The man made his way up the stairs, looking calm and composed. He showed no sign of checking for pursuers. Someone hurried after him. The man stopped at the very edge of the platform to wait the train. Not ideal. No way for Kano to get close to him without getting not like a sore thumb. He glided up to the platform. The man gave a quick look around as he stepped on board. No follow. The trains on the Yamanote line didn't stop for long, and soon they were on their way. Passing around, Kana noticed other MPD investigators had slipped on board on the train as well. Suspect stood behind the driver's compartment, staring contemplatively at the scenery outside. His composure only served to rattle Kano. A man in a gaudy necktie walked past Kano, talking on the cell phone. Yep, everything's going fine on this end, he said. Don't need to worry. On the other hand, he carried the same sort of Itachi case as the man they were tailing. He headed straight towards the driver's compartment and stood right next to the suspect. Well, now that sounds suspicious. He leaned his head silently, trying to make out what he could of the phone conversation at the car. Yes, of course. 25 pages, all fully proofread. 225. 225 of Penal Code of Japan detailing kidnappings for profit and kidnappings for ransom. 25 is police shorthand for kidnap. I didn't think they're just mixed up messages right here. That's police jargon for kidnapping. And cahoots with the kidnapper? Maybe the criminals had planned an Itachi case. Kano watched the newcomer look up. Then making contact with the suspect, turned around and strolled back away. I haven't done anything suspicious at all. Yes, right. Huh. Understood. Well, a glimpse at the man's face as he passed. Stopped and looked at Kano, seemingly aware that he was being watched. He decided to stare him down, look away nonchalantly. Stare away nonchalantly, because you need to pay attention to the guy. But staring him down might be funny. Let's look away nonchalant. I decided to look away nonchalant. Anxiety got the better of him. For a moment, he turned his gaze right back. Oh, so it didn't matter. Soon, the two men were locked in a staring contest. My apologies, the man said. He shut his phone with a click. Oh, it's rather rude to talk on oneself. You're on a train. Indecency. The man affected a smile and headed back to the car from which he'd come. Sheesh. Overreacted. Huh? Bring it, everyone. No, don't tell me this is Sasayama. A fully dressed passenger murmured into your surroundings. What are you wearing? Dude. Blend into your surroundings more. Sasayama? When did you get here? Or had somehow found time to change his disguise. The steely expression on his face was at odds with his anime nerd getup. Kano had seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Mindset is a must for crimsmiths. Stakeouts with a smile. Keep presents in bags to calm down children in case of emergencies. What is this? Use this for train stakeouts. Don't forget awkward smile, bag of merch. Build with posters and figurines. Glasses are crucial. Eyes possession, clutch to chest. Is to draw attention. Rounded train cards. Going too far? Tragic expression. Disguise for stakeouts at dockside. sunglasses, suit and posture by wild animal side. Let coworkers know beforehand so as not to be mistaken for the real thing. This guy is. Press crooks while practicing discipline. Might help to stop funeral robbers. Cups up sleeve. For nighttime stakeout, hardcore material, plenty of exposure. Emphasize bulginess in final version? What the fuck? What is good with this guy? Quite rare for Sasayama to actually wear a suit. On the rare occasions when he does, in the halls of his home precinct, he frequently goes unrecognized. Here are some of Sasayama's costume design. His evidence notebook. What the hell? I've seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Chef, magician, samurai, and an astronaut to name a few. This was a new extreme even for him. When he first joined the forest, Kano had found Sasayama's costuming antics amusing, wondering where he managed to find his outfits. Lately, his quirk has become tedious. The ocean? Never mind. What is good with this person? What's good with him? When I tell you this is the most normal bit in 428, nah, you can't be serious. You can't be. This is not normal. Sasayama pulled a small bottle from his breast pocket. Well, you can. You haven't eaten. This. Counted the bottle and slipped away into the next compartment. Is that like an energy drink? He pulled an all-nighter and hadn't eaten, so he was glad to have something. Almost didn't taste like anything. What had Sasayama given him? Ah, what the heck. Anything's better than nothing. He brought the bottle to his lips and chugged the contents. I think this is an energy drink. He suddenly got a massive head rush. Well, he felt it. Heat like a burning that spread from his inside structure. It was an ache. It was a ferocious ache. Burning that spread from his insides to his fingertips. This is kind of spooky looking. And there was pain, a numbing that spread from his insides all the way down to his toes. Burning, aching, hurt. Burning, aching, hurt. Itchy, dizzy, sleepy, chilly, willy-nilly. What the hell? This was super duper not good. He broke into a cold sweat, his forehead drenched, his body damp, clammy all over. He felt a grip on consciousness, slipping. Yama, what the hell did you do to me? With bleary eyes, he squinted to read the writing on the bottle. Scan a few letters. No, blacked out. No, blacked out after drinking an unknown substance, without checking to see what it was. What he drank, it turns out, was a free sample of something called Burning Hammer. Don't blame Sasayama. He was just passing along the sample he got from someone in a mascot costume. You mean that Tama guy? What the hell? Okay. And with that, I think I'm gonna end today's streaming session of 428 Shibuya Scramble. Uh, it's nice to see that we saw the ending for that 1 hour block with Achi and Kano. Though I'm worried about Achi, the fact that he had a revolver met to his face. Um, and it seems like whenever I decide to end the stream, Kano's at the receiving end of a bad end, fortunately. Well, we got introduced to Minori Kawa today, and he seems like a goofy guy. But anyway, can't stream it. Kano dying again. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna make sure we end the stream with him not dying. Maybe somebody else dies. Okay. Well, that being said, I will have to see you. I'll see you guys another time. Let me see if I can set up a raid this time. We can raid somebody else if my computer is allowing me to. Pretty hard to see it chug a bit. Let us. Okay, I have the streamer I like to watch. They're rating him, and yeah, maybe okay, but yeah. Anyway, see you guys again later. Another day to continue with the story. I got more time to finish this, and even though I do go back to my normal setup, I probably will stream this maybe not every day, but I will make sure to continue with this game because this game has been a lot of fun. So with that being said, let me send you guys off to this guy. And besides that, yeah. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, evening, night. And yeah. Let's... Okay, I'll send you guys over. Why is this taking so long? Hang on. Let me just send you guys over. Maybe I have to do it with my phone. Oh, not my phone. Right, let's see if this works. Right. Alright, I'm on raid now. Bye-bye, everybody.